Right, let's get into it. 10 Ways to Speak Smarter English on Business Calls Part 2. If you missed Part 1, go and check it out. And please don't forget to subscribe. Number 1 is actually use the expression, I completely agree with you, or I agree. You know how sometimes when people are speaking English and they want to agree with somebody, they say, oh, I totally agree with what you're saying. Well, that's great. But actually, you can just say, I agree in this situation. It's more formal and it's shorter. So instead of saying, oh, I totally agree with what you're saying, just say, I agree. No. 2 is instead of saying, sorry, I didn't catch that, say, sorry, could you repeat that? Didn't catch that. Is very informal, and you might be able to get away with it in a casual conversation. But in a business call, it's better to say, sorry, could you repeat that? Number 3 is instead of saying, that sounds great, say, that sounds interesting. When somebody tells you about something that they've done or an idea that they have, instead of saying, oh, that sounds great, say, that sounds interesting. Then you can ask some questions about it. Next one, number 4, is use the expression, in my experience. For example, in my experience, the best way to learn English is to practice speaking English. This is a really good way to start a sentence, especially if you're giving your opinion or talking about something that you've done before. So instead of just saying, the best way to learn English is to practice speaking English, say, in my experience, the best way to learn English is to practice speaking English. Number 5 is use the expression, my understanding is. This is another really good way to start a sentence. It means that you think you know something, but you might want to check if you do. For example, my understanding is that you need to submit your expense reports by the end of the month. Before I used to work in a company, so I know that in many companies you have to send your expense reports by the end of the month. So my understanding is that you need to submit your expense reports by the end of the month. Number 6 is instead of saying, we have a problem here, say, there is a problem here. This is grammatically incorrect. We have a problem here. There is a problem here. If you want to sound smarter, you should say, there is a problem here. Number 7 is actually quite simple, but don't interrupt people when they're speaking. Wait until they finish what they're saying before you say anything. It's just common sense, but surprisingly, a lot of people do interrupt each other on business calls. Number 8 is actually use the word actually to correct somebody. For example, actually, it was me who sent that email. Or, actually, she's not in the office today. She's on holiday. You can use it in different situations like this. No. 9 is use the expression, that's off topic. When people talk about something that's not relevant to the conversation, you can say, that's off topic. That's a really good way to politely tell them, can we please get back to the subject? And number 10 is actually quite simple. Don't use filler words like and ah too much. Try to avoid using these filler words as much as possible. It's not easy, but if you practice, I believe you can do it. Okay, now I have a question for you. Which of these tips was your favorite? Let me know in the comments below. And also don't forget to subscribe, because every week I'm going to help you become a more confident speaker of English. Bye.